Well, the only thing I can remember about my father, because he was a very sick man from mustard gas poisoning in the First War, and he was always having a hard time with his health, but he always had a horse, and we had it in our little backyard because he was light horse and always had and drove a cab before the war. I think he loved the horse more than he loved us kids, because there was 8 of us. And when I fell in the river when I was 3, he dived in and pulled me out, didn't know it was me. And he always said he wished he'd left me there, so I suppose he meant it, because I was a bit of a handful.
All 5 sons served in World War II in either the Australian Imperial Force or Royal Air Force. Of their 3 daughters, 2 married Defence Force husbands, creating a larger family, an extraordinary part of Australian military history.
We'd have chook once a year, and it'd be a big rooster that Dad would cut its head off, and then I can still smell the smell of the feathers being wet and to be plucked out, and that was like part of Christmas to us, sitting there on the back steps watching Dad kill the big chook. With Anzac Day, I asked Dad could I take his medals that were in an old tin somewhere to school to tell them about what my father did to win them, and I'd say, Dad, how did you win these medals? And he'd say, from finding the pork and beans, which was all they got to eat, and there wasn't too much pork in it, and and I'd stand in front of the class and tell them that proudly every year, thinking that's what he did win the medals for.
Joan and her granddaughter Anita recently had the privilege of singing the national anthem in front of a capacity crowd.
From the time we could walk, the whole lot of us at home would go, because of my 5 brothers at the Second War. And that was when it was in the middle, it was 4:30 in the dark in Lismore.
Who do you honour that served Australia and New Zealand in the Great War? Lest we forget.